So God gave me a dream that really shook me. I've been sitting on this for a while now, debating on if I'd ever talk about it. But given all of the confirmations that have been happening, now is definitely the time. Now, I want you to track with me here because I'm going to tell you the dream, and then I want to show you what's happening in the world right now and what I believe God is saying. So in my dream, I'm walking out of a small Christian conference from Kevin Zadai. Some of you guys may know who he is. Next to me on my left was a childhood buddy of mine named John, and I'm not sure why he was there with me, but anyway. It seems to be late evening now, and all of a sudden the sky gets dark really fast, almost like it fast forwarded to midnight or something. I go to turn towards the parking lot on our right, and I see John booking it into the forest that's on our left. I'm like, bro, where are you going? The car is this way. And he didn't even acknowledge me. He just kept on running. And I still don't know the point of that whole part, but let's continue on. So at this point, I find myself standing in the middle of a grass field. It's completely dark now, and the only light that I could see is from the moon that is directly overhead. In the distance in front of me appears a large rectangular shaped barn or old style building. I notice a couple lights near the front door of this building, so I just start walking toward it. All of a sudden, I start to hear noises and movement coming from the grass that is all around me. I turn and look back, and I see these little hooded creatures with glowing red eyes start to pop up out of the grass. Instantly, I knew they were evil, and honestly, fear started to take over. But I quickly came to my senses and felt God remind me of my authority over demons, which is what I was assuming these were. It's funny because they were no more than 2 feet tall. But as I continued to walk towards the building, more and more started to show up and press in towards me. But the interesting part is that they kept about a 4-foot perimeter around me the whole time. Like they couldn't get to me completely, but they were definitely trying. So I make my way to the front door of this building and I hustle inside because these little gremlin demons are piling in towards me and they're getting more aggressive by the second. I'm now backing up and watching these things start to grow, and there's hundreds of them. All of a sudden, they stop dead in their tracks, get completely silent, and I can tell from how big their eyes got that they were looking at something behind me. Fear now gripped them completely, and they panicked and bailed out of there faster than they came in. I then turn around, and this building that I'm in starts to look like an old, elegant hotel of sorts, almost like the hotel in The Shining, if y'all have seen that movie. I see in front of me another door, a double door. It was wooden and massive with a ton of intricate detail on it. And just like those old style doorways, there was glass panels next to the doors on the sides and on top. Shining through that glass was a brilliant white light. Immediately, God gave me discernment that this light was not from him. It was a false light, but powerful enough to scare the marbles out of those gremlins that were behind me. I kid you not. Without hesitation and without thinking for a single second, I pick up my right leg and I kick the doors in and I say with 100% complete confidence, "Hello, Lilith." Man, I just got goosebumps retelling this. So now I'm standing in this open room with fancy furniture, a fireplace, and like massive chandeliers. And directly in front of me, about 30 feet away, I see her. She's floating off the ground. Brilliant light all around her, but also with smoke and haze. But her form itself was black as night. Her face was pale white with evil black eyes, almost like a skeleton. And let me tell you, she was not happy to see me. Within a couple seconds, she flies at me so fast that I didn't even have time to blink. And then I woke up. Now, let me explain some of this. Up until this point, around spring of 2022, when I had this dream, I don't recall ever hearing or seeing the name Lilith before. I honestly never knew that she was a demon or a high-ranking one at that. The next day, curiosity got the best of me and I had to research who she was. And man, oh man, just listen to this. Lilith is described as a dangerous demon of the night who's sexually driven, the mother of demons, who steals and kills babies, and who is also attached to the seducing succubus spirit that tempts men in their dreams. She also has many other descriptions, but here's the part that I wanted to show you. If you haven't seen yet, KFC has partnered up with a new game called Diablo 4. And guess who the leading lady of that game is? Just take a look. When I saw this picture, It was like I was right back there in that dream, staring face to face with her. I also don't think that it's a coincidence that not long ago in early June, someone took a video in New York of a billboard promoting KFC and the game, and it says, "Welcome to Hell, New York," with that dark orange sky behind it. Oh, and we're not done. Go ahead and check out this screenshot from Twitter. Diablo says, "By the sauce of the sandwich we call thee home." And KFC responds, "Mother knows best." Y'all, I believe God gave me that dream for many reasons, but specifically as a warning of what we're up against in these last days. This demonic agenda is being widely celebrated, but we are called to stand up against it and fight back. Just like in my dream, I knew who was behind that door before I ever saw her because God gave me that wisdom. Going forward, God is going to give you supernatural knowledge and understanding of the spiritual forces that are against you so you know how to pray and fight back. Just watch. But anyway, if you learned something from this video or you enjoy content like this, go ahead and give me a follow and make sure to comment below and let me know your thoughts on this whole thing. God bless.